Who are you? What have you done with me? Where am I? Answer it! Answer me! Answer me now!
We begin this story in the City of Lights, the fashion capital of the world and the meeting place of two business moguls. Allow me to introduce to you Alexander Drakos, a serial entrepreneur who built the largest distribution empire in all of Europe. Born in Greece, educated at Oxford. When he's not touring the Mediterranean on the super yacht, he's doing business with his associate, Rosetta. Joining Alexander in Paris is Pierre Lacroix, college dropout turned culinary mastermind and aviation enthusiast. He made his fortune pioneering a new flavor of hummus across the Middle East, but now he's on to something even bigger. For the last decade, he's been perfecting the greatest thing since sliced bread, a baguette, but not just any long, thin, crusty loaf of French bread. This baguette has been developed with a secret formula that Pierre claims to reduce hunger, reverse hair loss, and can even stimulate human growth hormone, giving this long, thin, crusty loaf of bread the properties of an anti-aging potion. With the right business partner, this could be worth billions.
Alexander, he's a shark. He's sharp, he's persistent, he's particular, he's precise. When he sees something and he knows that he wants it, he will get it.
Pierre will have 48 hours in Paris to meet with Alexander and his associates, discuss a potential partnership and how they will finance the deal.
My baguette will change lives. A new recipe. It has secret ingredients that only I know. I keep them close to my heart, and I believe that this baguette, with the right distribution partners, can have an absolutely magnificent impact on the world.
No one knows the secret formula, but rumor has already gotten out about Pierre's trip to Paris. Knowing time is of the essence, Alexander summoned the advice of Oscar and Genevieve, longtime advisors of his business empire, and familiar with Pierre's hummus escapades across Northern Africa and the Middle East. Rosetta invited Pierre to meet with Alexander at Le Café Marley upon arriving to Paris. But after exchanging stories of hummus and classical antiquity, they got down to business. To Pierre's surprise, Alexander was not a big baguette person and was not fond of the partnership idea. He was absolutely against the thought of promoting an anti-aging French bread. Despite the initial hesitation, they both agreed to discuss the potential of this monumental deal at the upcoming charity gala that would bring together many of Europe's elite business tycoons. But first, Pierre invited Oscar and Genevieve to his compound to tour the grounds and sample his baguette firsthand.
Oh, it smells unbelievable. Pierre's baguettes are the best. Absolutely the best.
Despite Genevieve's enthusiasm, Alexander had his doubts, and Pierre was practically begging him just to try his baguette. He knew that if he could just get Alexander to taste his newest innovation, he would fall in love and sign the deal. They were in Paris, after all. Pierre didn't lose hope and knew that his final chance to secure the partnership would be at the evening's charity gala.
I am very excited about the opportunity to work with Alexander. I believe that with his distribution network and my secret formula, the baguette will impact the world.
The charity gala brought together the who's who of celebrities. Businessmen and women, and even some uninvited guests.
Our goal is to reach 100 million euros this evening, and I feel confident with the people here today that will happen.
Through the evening, Genevieve and Oscar had the opportunity to taste Pierre's baguettes and were transcended to a new world.
Wow, the bread was out of this world. It was amazing, so scrumptious. Still, the taste is in my mouth. Scrumptious, delicious. It's just absolutely mwah.
Pure baguette is unbelievably good. I tested it over and over and over, and I still keep eating it.
Pierre's baguette was the talk of the gala. Everyone was vying for a chance to take just a small bite of this culinary excellence.
Alexander, I tried those baguettes. They are amazing. You should go ahead and do the deal.
Is it the best thing since sliced bread?
Yes, the best.
Alexander, the baguette is so good. I will finance it if you distribute it.
Little did all the guests know that they were not the only ones who were hungry for this revolutionary baguette. As the evening went on, Alexander excused himself to use the restroom, and moments later, Pierre received an ominous phone call from an unknown caller. He excused himself as it seemed urgent. Within a split second, they were gone. As the DJ raved on, no one seemed to notice that both Pierre and Alexander were missing.
Who are you? What have you done with me? Where am I? Answer me now!
Pierre had been tortured, held in isolation for 72 hours, and interrogated by what seemed to be the hummus mafia. They were demanding the secret baguette formula, but Pierre wouldn't budge. He even thought Alexander could be behind this. Meanwhile, Alexander was thinking the same thing. Did Pierre hire the hummus mafia to hold him hostage and force the distribution deal? After hours of plotting, Alexander used a Q-tip he found on the floor and his Oxford education to escape the duct tape holding him in place. Pierre used all his might to escape using a hairpin. Within seconds, Alexander was able to locksmith his way out. Pierre opened the window, but discovered he was on the 4th floor. He leaped out the window and escaped through the apartment balcony below and slid under the window. In the days that followed the escape, Alexander sought refuge on his super yacht in the French Riviera. The thought that Pierre was behind his kidnapping slipped away as Rosetta informed him that Pierre had also been kidnapped at the exact same time at the gala. Time went on, but their patience ran out. They agreed to discuss the baguette deal in detail. Once he had had a bite of the baguette, his world turned upside down. It was an epiphany of taste and flavor, a rejuvenation of prosperity, and a beacon of hope for humanity. Alexander knew that both man and nature would be better with this baguette in the world.
So, Alexander, what do you think of the business opportunity?
Why the hell not?
Let's go!
He's a businessman.
They may never know who was behind their kidnapping, and it doesn't matter. For you see, Alexander and Pierre know that the road to success is long, bumpy, and filled with those who will tear you down. Whether it's the hummus mafia or anyone else, always remember this. Life is like a baguette. Just make sure you have the right ingredients at the right temperature for the right amount of time. Bon Appétit.